Welcome back to Talkers on the Wall. It is just me and my dog today. We are going to be talking about Tom Holland and the progression of his career. Now, Tom Holland is short of anything like you want to say an A-list actor. Like himself, the name will sell out a lot of movies, that is for sure. But the discussion of this video is really how Christopher Nolan with the work with the Odyssey has really transformed his career and how he looks forward to like the new Spider-Man movies and just filmmaking in general. We're going to be covering just a couple topics, but it's just going to be very fun to dissect Tom Holland's career at this point and kind of what it'll be like in the future from this Odyssey preview and movie and Spider-Man Brand New Day. So yeah, let's just get into it. I mean, like I said, Tom Holland is a very popular name, but even in his own movies, in his biggest franchise being Spider-Man, it really hasn't felt like he's really taking control of that character. And now, granted, that's either help from like the supporting cast in the world, or even like, in a sense, I'm not gonna call it like nostalgia bait. It can be classified as that, but like Spider-Man No Way Home like transcended movies, yes, with the crossovers and all that, but it also took away from Tom Holland's like oomph in that movie. Like Tom Holland is a star, but he doesn't really command the presence like a Matt Damon, a Ben Affleck, even a Robert Pattinson up to this point. And I think Robert Pattinson's like a good model of where Tom Holland can go, and I think that they're both like incredible actors. There's no doubt about it. But I think the closest person that could really like Tom Holland could like really see himself like become is Timothy Chalamet. But it's not going to be more so of a Timothy Chalamet comparison. I might mention the impacts of like Denis Villeneuve and just like his progression as an actor as well. But this video is really about Tom Holland and Christopher Nolan. Now, I really suggest everyone check out the Robert Pattinson, Matt Damon, and Tom Holland preview of the Odyssey on GQ. It was an amazing interview, and honestly, it really inspired this video. Now, with Tom Holland and the Odyssey, we really get to see, like, his character will have, like, a coming of age as he's, like, you know, Matt Damon's son, like, the main, like, the lead's, like, son, and be, like, a coming of age. But you could almost kind of pinpoint that, like, as, like, an actor as well. Like, I'm not saying, like, Matt Damon's, like, his acting dad, but, like, more so of, like, how, like, it's almost like if you went to, like, middle school and then you go to your first tour of like high school and you're like, oh my god, everything is so different. And like when you start a new job and you're like realizing, oh my god, so this is how it works. Like, and I'm just very excited to see the Odyssey and how like really Tom Holland's character works. And like, I'm not gonna say like Oscar bait, but like this will be a movie that literally almost everyone will see. Like, this is Tom Holland's only project outside of like the MCU that's really, really, really gonna pop off. Like, really, like, it, like this will have the Academy looking at Tom Holland in a different way. That's what I'll kind of say with that. And kind of just like Tom Holland, I've never really seen him talk about like a movie like he's talked about the Odyssey. Like, I get that he's promoting the movie, but like there's a reason why like Christopher Nolan, when he tells like when he suggests actors to be in his movie, that they just agree to it. They don't need a script, they don't need anything unless you're Robert Pattinson, you're cool and edgy. But yeah, no, I mean, like, just the progression of how he's like attacking this movie and like the previews, this feels like it changed his life. And like I said, go watch the interview because it's really, really good and really kind of inspiring to see Tom Holland like grow into like, you know, I don't want to say grow, but like, you know, just becoming like a more renounced actor, and I think that's pretty cool. Now we'll kind of go more so into the Spider-Man Brand New Day stuff because they came up with them, they gave him the script and all that, and he said, no, this is cool, but I'm going to make this movie how I want to because I am Spider-Man and I know what good movies and really epics can look like now. Like, I know, like, Christopher Nolan has shown me, and I'm not, this is going to be like a big Christopher Nolan glaze fest, and I don't want you to think that I'm not giving Tom Holland any credit. Tom Holland is a good to great actor for sure, but I'm just saying that, like, this is just like an evolution. Like, Tom Holland might have mega evolved. You know, we might have mega Tom Holland now. And just how he's just going in about, no, we're doing practical effects with this, because I think that's a really good thing, because the problem with Tom Holland Spider-Man movies is, like, he's not really like the main focal point a lot of those times, and like even like the action is just uninspiring too. Like, I'm not gonna shit on John Watts, but I'm gonna shit on John Watts. All due respect. I mean, 3 mediocre to good movies. You know, a lot of directors can do worse, but he also had a lot of material to go from, like comics, MCU, and I just felt like it was just very, it was just kind of like a plain McDouble, you know. It's like, alright, it tastes kind of good, but, you know, could use some sauce, could use some other condiments, but enough of comparing Spider-Man to burgers. But now we'll talk more so like Brand New Day again, because I got off a little side tangent. I do that, but yeah, no, I mean, he just came in and he's like, no, we're going to do practical effects. I'm going to do this. And, like, obviously there's a new director now who did Shang-Chi, and, like, the fighting is amazing. And I'm very curious to see what it's going to be. But I think almost emotionally, like, I think this is going to hurt more. Like, obviously, like, his wife, Zendaya, is in this movie, like, playing as one of the leads. But I just think that we're really going to see Tom Holland, like, not only ball out in the Odyssey, but literally within 2 weekends, we could see 2 S-tier performances from Tom Holland. And it's like, okay, Tom Holland was the cool superhero guy. Now it's Tom Holland is, like, Tom Holland. Like, you know, the way we look at, like, Matt Damon and, like, Timothée Chalamet now, and, like, Leo, and like he could be like one of them ones that like comes up, and super excited. Like, I've never been this excited to see like Tom Holland's like movies. Like, you know, I think Brand New Day will be really good, and I think the Odyssey will be really good. So I'm ecstatic to see how Tom Holland approaches these movies. This will be pretty much the end of it. Like I said, it's just more so of like the mega evolution of how Christopher Nolan like prepared Tom Holland on like to approach movies, and just really interested to see what are the next coming movies, not only with this run of movies but after. Like, Zendaya has evolved into a mega star to where she is a part of so many classic movies. Like, she's in A24, like the dramas. Like, she's in like the Dune franchise. Like, she's got the mainstream appeal. She's got the chops for acting, and she's got the versatility. I'm not gonna say almost. She's got the versatility. So let's really see like how Tom Holland really approaches that too. But yeah, that'll be the end of the video. Really happy y'all tuned in, and let me know if you want like more so of like a part 2 when both of these movies come out, because yeah, it should be interesting. Peace.